Hey guys, I wanted to come and share with you the answer to a question that I get rather frequently, and it is, what does fibromyalgia feel like? So I am in my bed right now because this is where I am usually by the end of lunchtime. So if the camera's a little shaky, no, that's why. So let me get right into it. Fibromyalgia can feel different for different people. It's not always the same specific pain, but people have an overall idea. There are some things in common with each fibromyalgia patient, sufferer, whatever you want to call it. I know for me, it started out at the gym where I felt like I wasn't recovering. If you haven't seen my fibromyalgia story video, I'll link that at the end. Um, but it felt like I wasn't recovering from exercising. I just had this general widespread pain. I had pain in my joints as well that I guess felt like what arthritis would be. I'm not too sure what arthritis feels like, but people thought that maybe I had arthritis. So sometimes there's that stiffness, and it doesn't necessarily feel like bone on bone or anything like that, but just this stiffness in the joints and aching pain in the joints. In my hands, like right now, my hands are pretty sensitive. My knuckles and everything, they just hurt. There are times where I have pains where I feels like someone is taking a little tiny sword that they dipped in fire, and they're stabbing me in a particular point in my body, whether it's the joint or the actual flesh. I get pains like that. I have, what else? Foot pain. I have shoulder pain, elbow pain, hip pain. I have hip pain in my left hip. My left hip is the hip that ever so often it just goes on a little 30-second break and it doesn't hold up. And in turn, I don't hold up. So I have to grab onto something real quick. This left hip, I do have right hip pain, but that's another story. But needless to say, this left hip constantly just gives way, especially when I'm having a flare up. Um, but yeah, fatigue is a major thing. Always feeling you can get 7+ hours of sleep and just still wake up tired, like you just finished the night shift or something. Um, there are times where I have confusion, where they call it brain fog, where I just feel like I can't think straight. I have 3 children, and there are times where, children are talking, and everyone thinks that you can split up what they're saying and process it individually. I need one person to speak to me at a time. Um, but it's just sheer confusion sometimes. Or there are times where I go in the kitchen or go somewhere and I just don't know what's going on, and I feel confused. Um, so forgetfulness is another thing that I have a lot of. But those are the things that I can think of right now. But it's constant, and when you're a homemaker, it's a difficult situation. I do get help. My husband is very helpful, but he works. I have 3 children to take care of, and I'm not complaining at all. At all. Work needs to be done, and someone needs to do it. I do not push myself, though. I pick and choose what I can do, what I can't do. Sometimes I have my one thing or one extra thing to do for the day, and sometimes that happens. But for the most part, my day is the minimum. My children have chores, they help out. I cook, I clean the dishes, get laundry done. I'm instructing. Right now, I'm not as involved in homeschooling, but they do still do school. So that's pretty much what it is for me. If you have fibromyalgia and you have any questions, or you just want to share with me what your pain is like, I'm interested to know. If you think you have fibromyalgia, I encourage you to go to your doctor, ask questions, see what they say, and that's the most you can do. Don't hesitate to go and find out. But that's my answer to what fibromyalgia feels like. Thank you for taking the time to watch my 6 minutes of rambling. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, like this video, share it with someone you know that may think they have fibromyalgia or someone who has fibromyalgia. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.